I greet you all, my people. How are we today? My name is Ebere, or you can call me Miracle. In this channel, we discuss about spirituality. As we all know that spiritual control physical. Before anything will take place in the physical planet, it has to take place somewhere in the spirit world. Before that thing that's happening in your life will take place or have taken place, it has already taken place somewhere in the spirit world. Before that your friend betrayed you, it has taken place in the spirit world already. Before that your friend sees any danger, or before anything that is happening around you, in your families, in your careers, in your community, before it takes place, it has taken place somewhere in the spirit world. Before anything you are doing will mature, or go well, or scatter, or not go well, it has taken place somewhere in the spirit world. Even that your victory you are rejoicing over have taken place somewhere in the spirit world. That's why sometimes when you fall asleep, the spirit will take you to the spirit world. That's what you call dream. You will see where you are rejoicing, or where you receive a visa, or where something good happen to you. The world is showing you spirit world, what is going on or what is going to happen physically on you. You see yourself in the dream crying. The universe took you somewhere in the spirit world, showing you that something that will make you cry is about to happen. That the spirit world is showing you that you have to be spiritually alert. You have to do something. That something that is going to take place that will make you to cry is about to take place. And they reveal it to you in dream. The universe took you to the dream and they reveal it to you. Subscribe to this channel. You will come across many dreams interpretations. You will also come across how you can handle some dreams, how you can handle your destiny, how you can face karma. When karma is facing you, how you can face it as well. How you can know that this particular problem is as a result of karma. This channel is a powerful spiritual channel. Subscribe so that you can come across many videos and many directions of what is happening to us spiritually, that finally it takes place physically, and how you can handle your destiny. Whatsoever is your destiny, how you can channel it and handle it. This channel is very powerful. We talk about spiritual world. The 4 things that are taking place in the spiritual world. Many things that is happening in the spirit world. The marine world. The planet of fire. The planet of air, land, and the sea. Subscribe to this channel and you will come across many of them. Today's topic is very powerful and good also. We're talking about spiritual intelligence you must search for. We have physical intelligence. People who are physical intelligent in their work. But I also want to tell you, before you become physical intelligent, somewhere in the spirit world, that gift have given to you. You are just manifesting it physically and you become intelligent in your duty or in your job. But today's topic is spiritual intelligence, which you have to search for. Then it will control your physical intelligence. Number 1, seeking more solutions spiritually before you will take action physically. If there is any matter around you or anything happening around you that you want to take solution for, or any judgment you want to judge, physical things that is happening on earth, maybe your family matters, friends matters, things in your community, in your place of work. These are the mistakes many people are making before they pass judgment. They forget to deep inside them to meditate over problems, to meditate over that judgment they want to give. Sometimes it will warrant that they will make mistake for not reasoning well. What is that your reasoning? You have to check that matter spiritually. You have to meditate. You have to enter spirit world because the spirit is inside you. We have said in this channel, the three components that are made up of this body, spirit, soul, and body. So before you judge any matter, physically, in your family, in your community, anywhere you are, you have to seek advice from the spirit world. Some people will ask me, how are we going to seek advice from the spirit world? Are we going to call a spiritualist on phone? You can call a spiritualist on phone. It's not bad. You can seek for spiritual advice from those who are more powerful than you in the spirit. But I want to tell you, in this channel, we have said how you can activate your spiritual life and you'll be more powerful. Instead of looking for who will help you to some certain level, you can also help yourself because we are part human being and part spirit. Spirit, soul, and body, that's what made up of us. So if you are part human being and part spirit, when there is things you want to solve spiritually, all you need is to activate your spiritual life. Make it powerful. How are you going to make your spiritual life powerful? Subscribe to this channel. You will come across it. What are we talking about? Before you judge that matters, before you begin to find those solutions physically, in order not to make mistake, activate your spiritual life. Meditate is part of it. Meditate over a matter. Sometimes we say sleep over this matter so you can reason well. Tell the people involved to give you time or to calm down, that you are going to come into this matter again. If your spiritual life is not alert faster, you can give time in order to meditate. You can give time in order to calm down and activate your spiritual life and reason well before you will judge every matter. What are we saying here? Spiritual intelligence you must search for. Seeking more solutions spiritually. Acknowledging fully that there is spirit world. Knowing fully that before that thing that people want you to solve, before it take place in this physical world, there is spiritual part of it that makes it to take place. And that spiritual part of it is what you are going to follow in order to find the best answer or best result for anything so far you want to solve. When you want to solve any matter, when you can find the root of that matter or the root of that problem, that is when you will get the answer and solution for that problem. And the root of that problem is spiritual. Some people will tell you, must everything be spiritual? The answer is yes. Even the breath you have today is spiritual. You lie down, you sleep, you see yourself in another world. It's spiritual world you enter. The movement you are making is spiritual. Spirit lives inside you. Spirit lives inside us. So whatever we are doing, the life we are living is spiritual. That's why you have to seek more solutions spiritually before you can handle any matters physically. For whatever that happened in you as a human being, the spirit world have taken place somewhere about that thing before they can bring it out to the physical planet. Lack of love of money. This is another spiritual intelligence you must search for. You have to train your spiritual life. That when you are in this physical planet, money is good. But you have to have a limit and control over money. Because when you want to grow spiritually, things and material things can bring your spiritual life down. And one of the material things that can reduce your spiritual life and bring it to zero is money. When you have no self-control over money. That's why you can see some people taking bribe. They forget or they disobey what the spirit world want them to say over a matter. They know the truth spiritually. Instead of them saying this truth, that they have find out in the spirit world that this is the truth over this matter and this is truth over this case. Because of love of money, corruption and bribing, They will not tell you the truth of that case. They will not tell you the best solution of that matter. Because of money, they deviate from saying the truth and follow the matters of money in order to please physicality. Because when you give them money over matters, they accept to do opposite. That is pleasing physical. That is pleasing physicality and displeasing the spirit world, which might bring a karma, which will also bring some problem and suffering in the future to come. I hope you get me well in this topic. Love of money can make you to make mistake in your spiritual work. Love of money can make you to displease the spirit world, the Almighty, and the universe. And when you displease the spirit world because of money, because of material things, the karma is more dangerous than other karmas. Because the karmas is more dangerous that the spirit world are going to join forces together to attack you or to make you suffer. Then we go to number 3, wisdom of physical matters. Shaking the roots spiritually before judging or working on it. Before you can do spiritual work over every matters in your life or matters around you, you have to check the spiritual root of that problem. That someone have accident and died, but God forbid. Instead of fighting the driver who caused the accident or fighting the person who caused the accident, the first thing you have to do is to check the root of that accident. What have aspired in the spirit world before that accident or before that thing before that thing took place? What programs was in the spirit world that make this thing to manifest physically through accident? The driver can face punishment, but the best thing is to do is to check spirituality of that problem. Otherwise, after that person, the next person in the family will face the same thing. That's why you can see many families, their death is through accident. Some, their own death is through madness or one way or the other. They keep blaming the drivers that caused the accident, not knowing the accident was programmed in the spirit world that this family will be dying by accident when it's so time or so years. How many drivers are you going to arrest? How many cause of the accident are you going to arrest? Until you deep down the spirit world and arrest the main root of the problem, then you will see that accident will end in that family. Calamity will end. That is another spiritual intelligence. Handling your matter spiritually. Finding the root of every case spiritually. Instead of being busy fighting physical. You can fight physical to defend yourself. But when you go spiritually over every matter, I'm telling you that physical part of it will not have energy anymore. No love of matters, material things. When you are spiritual intelligent, material things can no longer move you. Because you have seen the end of every materialism. You know when your own blessing will come. Even when you are poor or when you are not doing well now. Because of the spiritual world, because of your spiritual eyes being open, material things of people around you can no longer or never move you. When you see someone who does not have much love to material things, especially when the person is not rich, that person is spiritually intelligent. It is very important because nobody will buy you with material things. Nobody will buy you with money because you are spiritually intelligent. This has been the problem of many spiritualists, many prophets, many pastors, many apostles. The enemy have made it their problem. But if we can start from today controlling ourselves, pleading to the universe, the Almighty, to help us, the material things do not stop our spiritual life. The material things, love of money, will not make us to make mistake. Because the karma is more heavier than every other karma. Self-control is another spiritual intelligence. When you see a man, and you see a woman who have self-control as a key of her life, kudos, that person have spiritual intelligence. A man who have self-control over sex, over his manners. A woman who have self-control over sexual life, over his manners. Kudos. The person is spiritual intelligent. I want to tell you that these matters of sex have put many spiritualists, prophets, pastors, everybody, all of us that have cause. If you're not a pastor, you're a prophet. If you're not a prophet, you're an apostle. If you're not an apostle, you will have one call or the other. So this sexual sin or desire have made all the callings in the world to have many barriers and problems. So when you see someone who have this self-control over his or her body concerning sex, that person have spiritual intelligence. And the person will go far in life. And I want to remind you that the blessing of such fellow must surely come. Even when it takes time, it must surely come. Because the spirit world gives blessings and reward for any self-control you guided yourself into. Especially this issue of self-control of money and sex. There is a reward for anything you do. Good karma or bad karma comes. This point is another spiritual self-control, spiritual intelligence, self-control over sex and self-control over money. Because the enemy can use it to bring you down. The enemy can use it to steal powers from you. The enemies can use it to limit your powers, your spiritual powers. The enemies, if you want to have a genuine spiritual power, you have to have self-control over material things. You have to have self-control over sex. When you have self-control over materialism and over sex, you will go far. Your power will be more elevated. Your power will be more uplifted. The enemy will find it difficult to bring you down because you are under self-control. Because the spirit world chooses you. They confide in you. They know your energy. Then another spiritual intelligence here. Being diplomatic over physical and spiritual matters. There are some matters people will bring to you, or there are some matters you want to handle spiritually. You have to be so diplomatic. A carnal man cannot understand the things of the spirit. A carnal person cannot understand the things of the spirit. It is not everybody that comes to you, you open up about spirituality. You have to check the level of that person. Because there is a lot of castigation nowadays. If you are a spiritualist and people comes to you for spiritual advice, you have to check the level of that person. Some people will tell you, my pastor said it is my uncle who killed my brother. Their prophet said it is their uncle who killed his brother. A spiritual intelligent man can never open up in this way. He or she will be so diplomatic and tell you what to do in order to be saved or to uproot the problem that is happening in your family. He or she will never mention them. Because mentioning them will also put you in trouble. You that is the person is talking to. You will get confused. You will go home being disappointed from your uncle or from whosoever they mention his or her name. So being diplomatic in this case, I'm giving you an example, is to let the person face the root of that problem. What inspires the uncle? What inspires the brother to kill so person? And when you remove the root of that problem, if your uncle caused the root of that problem, he will face the consequences. And that person will see it with his or her own eyes, instead of you mentioning them. There are many things in this being diplomatic in the spiritual world. I just gave you one example. A carnal man cannot understand the things of the spirit. When somebody who is trying to build his life spiritually comes to you for your spiritual matters, you have to be so diplomatic so you don't put that person in confusion. Until she or he grows and know how to handle matters, you'll be able to open up fully. Spiritual diplomatic is part of spiritual intelligence. The last but not the least, self-confidence and comfortable, not being greedy, contented with what you have. When you see somebody who have self-confidence, always comfortable with herself or her lifestyle, that person is spiritual intelligent. He has no greed in him. She has no greed in her. She or he is always comfortable with what she have. That person is spiritually intelligent. Who are you in this case that I have mentioned today? Are you spiritually intelligent? Is there any area you are making mistake here? Remember, it's not only the spiritualist knows it best. I said it earlier. As far as you are breathing, as far as you are existing, you are half spirit and half human being. The three components are made up of this body. Even as you are listening to me now, you are half spirit and half human being. The three components that are made up of your body as a human being is spirit, soul, and body. When your body gets weak and die, your spirit leaves you. And when your spirit leaves you, you begin to look for another body to come out and continue the journey. So as far as you have breath in you, there is spirit in you. Spirit, soul, and body. Thank you for listening to me in this channel. Please subscribe and share this video. Seek more spiritual solution to uproot many problems you are facing. The main problem is the root, and the root is spiritual. Subscribe to this channel so you can see many ways you can handle many spiritual matters or many matters. And the physical part of it will wipe away by itself. Thank you for listening to me. May the universe and the Almighty bless us continually and guide us. Amen.